Hello, Shamai, and welcome back to the Welshman's journey. And as you can probably tell, we are no longer at Barry Town United. We are at Peñasport Tafalla Football Club in Spain, in the fourth tier of Spain, I believe. And we are finally at a professional football club. So we are moving up in the world. And as you can see by the form, the league history, we are most definitely at what you'd class as a yo-yo club. They were relegated in the 17-18 season, and then I think just again promoted. This hasn't quite updated. And if we take a look at our season preview, we're expected to finish one from bottom. And our board expectation is to avoid automatic relegation. So where we're aiming for is that 16th position in the league. We don't have a wealth of talent, not gonna lie, and I'm not really sure whether it was the right decision, but that will remains to be seen. And we'll take you through a couple of our players. Our best player is Zika, the centre back, and he wants to leave. And basically, I think it's two or three of our best players. Where's the other one? I think Inigo de Frutas also wants to leave, and I said if a bid comes in, they can leave because we'd get quite a bit of money. We could replace them, but no bids came in, so now they're unhappy. But we have a few decent players, a few really good players for this division, and then a lot of very very average players. I was quite happy with the transfer window. This may look like a lot, but everyone that they paid money for, I didn't bring in. And Carlos Valverde is already left. Well, he's going to leave, I think. He's so terrible. The players that I didn't bring in are genuinely awful. And I have no idea why they were brought in. They paid £13,000 for that guy, 20,000 for this guy, and they're just really, really bad. So the first player I bought in was Konstantin Niaksu. One for the future, more like good backup centre back for now. Can slot in if we have an injury or so. And this guy wasn't actually someone I brought in to play. He came in as a scout, but he just happened to be a player as well. And he wanted a player contract and a scout one. So I thought I'd bring him in as a scout. He was a very good scout. We bought two players called Pedrito, both wingers. One can play on both wings, and one is suited to the right side, I believe. Something like that. Both pretty decent players. I was very happy with them. Very good physically, good pacey wingers, which is what I like on the left and right of my midfield. We brought in Adrian Perez as he's going to play as a deep line playmaker. Alejandro Alonso, who's going to probably partner Perez in midfield. Technically decent players and pretty good mentally as well. So I'm quite happy with the signings we've made. And we also brought in Pablo Serrano, who's going to be starting alongside Zika as a centre back. He came on loan from Elche. So here's the league we're in. We're not a single cup competition. Spanish second division B2. And we've got a couple of big clubs in here in terms of B teams. Racing Santander are in here as well. And any of you some of you will know who this team is. They had massive financial troubles and you can see here, plummeted down the league. So they're probably the biggest team in here. And we've also got Bilbao B side and Real Sociedad B, as well as Zaragoza B. Other than that, not really much here. So I was happy with this move. The club itself doesn't have much of a history. I mean, they haven't really won anything. We've got 410 season ticket holders, which is a lot bigger, a lot more than what we had at Barry. And if we take a look at our stadium, well, we're actually in San Francisco. That's lovely. A 2,500 seater stadium as well. So hoping that we can fill out that as much as possible. So I'm happy with the move. And I've also something good as well is I am studying for my Continental C license, which has worked and which is good. Obviously, we've only been here a short amount of time, and we're starting to get up our knowledge of Spain as well. So if we were to move on, then we can always look. Well, we'll have a good scouting knowledge of Spain. I don't know how long we're going to stay here. It's going to be a huge, huge struggle to stay up this season, I think. And oh yeah, I'm on £775 a week, so I think I've quadrupled my wages, which is one of the main reasons I came out here. And so you can say that it's a good reason to come out. I've got a massive wage increase, and we take a look, Barry. How How have they started? Has the season started yet? It has, and they've lost or both of their games. That's really sad. I did actually try to bring in Danny Gossett, but unfortunately I couldn't. Have they brought any players in? Oh, they've got someone in from Birmingham on loan. That's pretty good. Kane McLagan left, unsurprisingly. So I did try and bring in Danny Gossett, but he's recently signed. Yeah, there you can see it. He signed a contract with them recently and didn't want to come, which is really sad because I would love to have Danny Gossett in my midfield. Pre-season went fairly well. It was very much a confidence boosting exercise. This one was a little bit disappointing because these are we basically played against non-league sides every single time. We had a 0-0 here. That was before we made any signings, and we joined the club and there was no staff whatsoever. So we had to bring in all of our own staff. And 3-0 against Ejea, 3-1 against Anguiano, 7-2 against Matilvera, and 6-0 against Merchanti. So our first game of the season is against a very, very good side in Athletic Bilbao B, who I think are predicted to be quite far up the top. 5th, they're predicted. And we take a look at our staff. I was quite happy with the staff we managed to get in the end. We've got the best goalkeeping coach, basically. Pretty good defensive coaches. All right attacking. Best fitness coaches. And we've got our pretty much the best scouting setup in the league as well. So I'm very happy with that. Overall, preseason has been a little bit iffy. I don't know how well it's going to go. You can see here there's a few players not happy. And Zico wants to move to a bigger club. 13 players agree with him. But the good thing is, Inigo de Frutos, a lot of players disagree with him. So we'll take a look at our hierarchy. And a lot of players support me right now, which is good. And for some reason, Edu Pepe, I just love his name, is a highly influential player, even though he's just joined and he's a staff member as well. So that's a weird one. And social groups, we've got quite a few players not in it, and we've got De Frutos and Perez in one on their own. Zika is our biggest problem right now because he wants to leave. When's his contract up? 2021. So we've still got another season out of him after this. So we might sell him in January, depending on whether we can get a decent amount of money from him. He's a very good player. Very, very good for this division. Let's take a look at our tactics and our team for the first game of the season. We're sticking with our oh-so-faithful 4-4-2 formation. I'm training, as you can see, different formations on the side there. We've got a 5 at the back and a 4-3-1-2 narrow formation. And if things start to go really south, then we know what we're going to do. I did try to bring in a goalkeeper in the summer, but it really didn't work. And we have crap goalkeepers. So we pretty much played this whole Journeyman so far with absolutely terrible goalkeepers. We have Raul Secunza in goal. I think he was actually someone who was he's a youth prospect from this team. So he could develop slightly. He's not that bad. He's all right. He's half decent. We have Ohihan Rodriguez as right back. Pretty decent player. I'm quite happy with him. He's good physically, and that's mainly what you need in the lower leagues. He's someone that probably want to leave soon as well. Pablo Serrano we've already talked about. The player we brought in on loan, and Zika as well. Inigo de Frutos, another one. Good physically, very good physically. He can play really, really good. And his crossing is only 5, but he has got the acceleration and pace to keep up with a lot of wingers. Pedrito on the right, and we've talked about all of these. Alejandro Alonso, Adrian Perez, and then Iñaki Ugarte, who is probably our best youth product. And he could develop into a really, really good player. He can play in a lot of different positions, but because we don't really have anyone on the left, we're sticking him there. I mean, look at those physicals. Look at that. Good agility, not very good acceleration, but 17 natural fitness and 14 determinations, which means he's got a good chance of developing quite a lot. And then we've got Alex Povez up front. Not that good. 8 finishing. And Oscar Arribas, who's a little bit better and can still develop a little bit more because he's only 20 years of age. That's the team we are playing today against Athletic Bilbao B. We're playing on the counter, and we're going to go with our trusty, more direct passing, be more disciplined, and prevent short goalkeeper distribution as our team instructions. So here we go then, guys. The first competitive game in charge of Peña Sport. I know it says Tafala, but I haven't actually downloaded the called name fixes, so I haven't got the actual name of the club. I think it's Penya Sport Afala FC. You can kind of work it out from the start of the video and the thumbnail. It kind of gives it away in the badge. Well, it actually says what the name is. So here we go then. Our first game, competitive game of the season. It'd be nice if I could change the settings. Thank you very much. Right, so we're playing against a very, very good side in Athletic Bilbao B. It's going to be a tough season. I know it's going to be kind of a step back. We were successful with Barry and we were winning games, but it's going to be difficult to go back to being really terrible. Cabo with a corner free kick in, and Victor San Bartolome has scored, and we've conceded within 17 minutes. Free kick comes in. Got a lot of space there. He's gone past a lot of our players, and we haven't really made an attempt to go for it. We haven't had a shot on target. We haven't had a shot on goal, let alone a shot on target yet. We're getting overrun pretty much. Ball comes in now. Comes out to Sunset. What are you doing? Serrano has just given away a penalty, and we're nowhere near it. We're nowhere near the ball. Okay, this is not the best start, is it? Who's taking it? Yusuf Diarra steps up. Oh, it's a good save. It's a save from penalty. Good. That could be a nice little confidence booster. Sukunza, who I was saying wasn't very good before the game, has saved a penalty. We've actually had a shot on goal now as well. So we're all moving up. Poves wins the header. Can't get on the end of it though. And here come Athletic Bilbao. Goes over the top. Diarra's through on goal, and he scored. May have missed the penalty, but he scored like 10 minutes later anyway. Not the start we were hoping for. Not a very confidence boosting start to the season. While getting caught out by those over the top balls again, maybe we need to drop our defensive line a little bit. Serrano's having a nightmare debut. We've got a chance here. The Rodriguez into Pedrito. Tries to get the cross in, tries again, and it's blocked, and away come Bilbao. Diarra on the ball now. Larios. And mate, what's going on there? One of our players was just stood there then. We've got the ball back and we could launch an attack from this. But we're nowhere near the ball. Cabo, nice interception. Ugarte through to Arribas. Come on, he's one-on-one with the goalkeeper. Just finish it. He shoots. Oh, it's a good save. To be fair, that was a pretty decent save. That was our first main chance. And I don't think we're going to get many chances, so we need to really take them when we can. Pedrito with a corner in, and it's flicked away, doesn't it? First man. Ball goes back in. That's probably going to work. That's going to have to go kick. A little bit of hope then. A chance there. Arribas did really well to get some space for himself. And there's another highlight for half time. Hope we don't concede a third, because that's really the end of it. Oh mate, what are you doing? Oh, that's a good tackle. Serrano really does well there. I was going to say, what are you doing? He stopped to call the linesman for offside. Ugarte now up to Arribas. He's got some space. He's got a teammate up with him. Gives it to Poves. Poves back to Arribas. He's through on goal and scores. Oscar Arribas gets his first goal, assist by Alex Poves, and that changes the complexion of the first half massively now, because we've had a couple of chances in a row. Arribas with a pretty nice 1-2 there into Poves. He waits for the run, sends him through, and the goalkeeper saves it into the back of the net. And it's now 2-1 going into half time. So that it's going to change my half-time team talk a little bit from a shouty one to we can still win this. Look at a passion, boys. We're not doing badly at all. We didn't appreciate that. Maybe they'll appreciate this. A little bit. I was going to change tactics, but now we've got back into the game. We're starting to grow into the game. Maybe now that we can challenge and maybe nick a draw here. From 2-0 down, it'd be really, really happy if we could just put a good showing of ourselves second half. We've won the ball back here. It goes up to Poves now. Arribas with it. And where you going, mate? You're turning the wrong way. Ball goes up there. Poves is through on goal. Oh, he's hit it straight at the goalkeeper. Oh, Poves. What a chance that was to make it 2-2. We're playing pretty well since we've gone 2-0 down, I must say. Pedrito with a corner in. Punched away and eventually cleared away. It was a good chance actually for us to get the knockdown then, but unfortunately not. And there's a counter-attack on you, and Lario's on the ball, out wide. Oh no, no, look at the space he's got. He crosses it, it's headed away. It's coming back in Arezzo, and it's straight at the goalkeeper. So we fluffed a couple of chances, and if we hadn't fluffed them, we could be doing a lot better in this game. Who's playing terribly? Pedrito. We'll take off Pedrito for Pedrito. We'll bring on Pedrito because Pedrito isn't playing that well. And I feel like Pedrito could do a little bit better than Pedrito. We'll see how that goes. 35 minutes to go. No, 25 minutes to go. 20 minutes to go now. We're probably gonna have to start pushing. We got a free kick here though, hoofed up by the goalkeeper. Hoves, what was that? There was no one there. I'm not really sure what he was doing there, but he's won it back here. Hoves, he's through on goal. There's a teammate with him. What are you doing? Well, I'm bringing him off. Okay, after this highlight, I'm bringing him off. Back into Dulci. Win it back. Cross comes in. He's hit the crossbar and it's cleared away. Okay, we're still alive. Question is, who's going to be the better player to come on? Abengazar. How does this? We'll try that. Stick Abengazar as our advance forward. We may as well go for the game now. We'll stick it on attacking. More direct passing's already on. Gets the game, be more expressive. Run at defense, pass into space. Will I push these guys up? Can they play there? They can. This was the trusted formation that worked for us in Barry Town United. We're going to bring Alonso off because he hasn't played the best games well. And we'll see if our Barry Town United formation can work wonders for us in the last 10 minutes here. It doesn't look like it as we're going pretty fast towards the end of the game. We're into added time. Maybe no. Now they've got a free kick here. It comes in. They've scored it. Azier Martinez. To be fair, I'm not that disheartened by this performance. We started off terribly, and in the end, it's not gone too bad. I know we're going to lose 3-1. If one pick up here, we're not going to have a chance to attack at all. They've scored a pretty good free kick at the end, but for the most of the game, we were in it. After we went 2-0 down, we were dominating the game. And a couple of more clinical finishes from our strikers, and we could well have nicked a point in the game. So coming up against a really, really good team like Bilbao, I'm not that disappointed because we were expected to lose. And like my assistant said, putting the result aside, that was a pleasing performance. So, Pico's clearly trying to force away. God damn it! Get away from me. We're straight down to the bottom of the table as expected. It was alright. It was good. It was a good performance. A couple of players showed me that they're good enough for this team, and maybe we could be good enough to avoid automatic relegation after all. So I hope you enjoyed this video, guys. If you did, please leave a like. If you want to see more, please subscribe, and if you have any tips or comments, please leave a comment down below. I'll see you again.